Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to Abnormal Voyages. My name is David, and today we find ourselves on another cemetery safari. Baseball is known as the great American pastime, and from this sport have risen numerous legendary figures. We decided today to go around and celebrate some of these baseball players. We begin with one who was extremely well known, not only on the diamond, but off, Mr. Joe DiMaggio.
We're going to a place that you've never heard of before. It's Abnormal Voyages. You're gonna learn something new. We're gonna open new doors. It's Abnormal Voyages.
This monument to DiMaggio can be found at the Holy Cross Catholic Cemetery in Colma, California. Joe was on the New York Yankees and had an incredible career. During his 13 years, he led the Yankees to 10 pennants, 9 World Series championships, and recorded a 56-game hitting streak, which is a record that many consider to be unbreakable. In his time, he racked up 361 home runs, compiling a .325 lifetime batting average. On top of that, he won 2 batting crowns and 3 MVP awards. He was a very charming and popular guy, at one point even marrying the one and only Marilyn Monroe. Though the marriage only lasted for 9 months, it's a part of their lives that both are remembered for. I don't think anyone can deny that Joe DiMaggio lived a very colorful life. He would pass away at the age of 84 in Hollywood, Florida, due to complications of lung cancer surgery. As you can see by all the mementos and baseballs left here at his grave, though he's been gone for over 20 years, he is still well respected and loved by many fans of the game. For our next baseball icon, we head to St. Louis, Missouri, to the Belle Reve Heritage Gardens, where we find the final resting place of Stan Musial. Nicknamed Stan the Man, Stan Musial played for the St. Louis Cardinals for 22 seasons. He is widely considered to be one of the greatest and most consistent hitters in baseball history. At the time of his retirement, he held or shared 17 Major League records, 29 National League records, and 9 All-Star Game records. After his retirement, Musial served as the Cardinals' general manager in 1967, winning the pennant and World Series. Later in life, in February of 2011, President Barack Obama presented him with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is, of course, the highest civilian award that can be bestowed on a person by the United States government. Stan was considered by many to be a great American hero. He passed away on January 19th of 2013 at the age of 92 due to natural causes. Counted as one of the very best baseball players of all time, the entire nation mourned his loss. We move now to Sunset Hills Burial Park, located in Canton, Ohio. This is where we find the grave of Thurman Munson. Thurman played for 11 seasons with the New York Yankees and was known for his outstanding fieldwork. He actually won the Gold Glove Award 3 consecutive years in a row, 1973, 1974, and 1975. He was a very talented and beloved captain for the team, and as a matter of fact, is the first player in baseball history to be named a college baseball All-American, and then in MLB win a Rookie of the Year award, MVP award, Golden Glove award, and World Series championship. During his time as captain, he helped lead the Yankees to 3 consecutive World Series appearances from 1976 to 1978, winning the 2 championships in the later years. Sadly, Munson passed away on August 2nd, 1979, at the young age of 32 years old. He was practicing takeoff and landings in his personal aircraft when an accident occurred that did unfortunately take his life. The Yankees immediately retired his jersey, number 15, and as his tomb reads, Thurman Munson was exactly what he wanted to be, a devoted husband, a loving father, a respected man, and one very fine ball player. Now we look at an older grave at the Forest Cemetery in Toledo, Ohio. This is where we find the final resting place of Lee Richmond, who is best known for pitching Major League's first ever perfect game. This no-hitter game happened on June 2nd, 1879, and the world of baseball was never the same again. Though Lee passed away in 1929, he has something pretty modern looking here at his grave. If you look on the other side behind his name and biography, you will actually find all of the stats from that first perfect game that he pitched. I think it's really great that they chose to memorialize it in this way so that anyone coming by can get the full story and see how amazing this accomplishment truly was. At the bottom you get all the stats from how many strikes there were, how many double plays, who the referee was, and even how long the game lasted, 1 hour and 26 minutes. It's been almost 150 years since this game took place, and yet the ripples that it sent out through history are still being felt today. For another player who had a classic first, we move on to Louisville, Kentucky at the Cave Hill Cemetery. This is the final resting place of Louis Rogers Browning, or better known as Pete Browning. His teammates called Pete the Gladiator, and it was for this gladiator that the very first Louisville Slugger baseball bat was crafted for. Pete happened to break his bat one day while playing baseball, and a young boy in the audience came up to him after the game and offered to make him a new bat, as his father was a woodworker. Well, Pete took him up on it, and it turns out that bat was fantastic. From there, history was made, and Louisville Sluggers were born. Speaking of sluggers, Pete Browning's career batting average is good enough for 5th place of all time. And yet, out of this top 10 of all time, he is the only one that has not yet been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Hopefully, that'll happen soon. The Louisville Slugger passed away on September 10th of 1905 from complications of several different afflictions. For our final grave, we head to Lakeview Cemetery in Cleveland, Ohio, with a very unusual story. This is the final resting place of Raymond Johnson Chapman. Ray Chapman was a shortstop for the Cleveland Indians. His claim to fame is a little bizarre and very sad, because Ray Chapman is the only professional baseball player to die due to being hit by a pitch. The game happened on August 16th of 1920, where the Cleveland Indians were facing off against the New York Yankees. The Yankees pitcher, Carl Mays, threw the ball and it struck Chapman right in the temple. He collapsed on the field and was quickly rushed to a hospital. Emergency surgery was performed, but unfortunately, Chapman did pass away. I think this is a good reminder of just how precious life truly is. Well, that's all the time we have for today, adventurers. Thanks for sliding into home with us. My name is David, and this has been Abnormal Voyages. We'll see you in the next one.